Or maybe just if we can mute everyone. Cool, cool, cool. Welcome to, what night is it? Wednesday night, Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, wherever you are checking in from all around the globe. Thank you so much, guys, for checking in for our weekly UAE team training call. There's going to be a lot of people catching up with this with the recording. So today we're going to be just touching base on a few different little things. And first thing I'm going to start to talk about tonight is about starting strong. Just a few key pointers that have always worked for me. And there are definitely some key pointers still to this day after 4.5 years in the business that I make sure that every individual new franchisee that comes along does these certain key points to make sure that they start off strong, that you start to build some momentum from the get-go. For me, I still love the old pen and paper. Love it. So I'm back to writing names, writing lists. I go through my friends list on my phone. I go through my Facebook list. I go through my Instagram list, and I write down people who I think I would love to link arms with, that I would love to reach out to and have part of my business. Beautiful thing about this business compared to any other job or any other business in the world, you get to choose who you want to work with. So think wisely, have a look around. Who do you love to connect to? Who do you think is on your level? Write down those lists. Put those names down. They can be 10, 20, 30, 40, 100 people. Doesn't matter. The more names you write down, the quicker you will accelerate this process of furthering yourself in this business. After you write the list of these people, connect with these people. Now, people connect on all different levels. It might be through Facebook and Messenger, right? It might be liking people's posts, commenting, and then reaching out to them and taking it offline. Also through Instagram Messenger, very, very popular these days. It might be just where you message somebody or call somebody on the phone and organize a coffee catch up. Face to face is brilliant. And now with Zoom on how we use technology, brilliant. Invite them onto one of our opportunity calls. Get them to jump onto Zoom with your upline, with your upline's upline, right? Keep connecting, keep going upline until you find somebody like Nikki, like Abby, like myself that can help you with the new potential. Now, once you've connected with these people, what you want to do on a daily basis is definitely plug into some sort of social media. The platform is huge. So whether you use Facebook, Instagram, some people are building business on Snapchat these days, whatever it might be, social media might be something that might be a little bit out there for you. I know obviously there's quite a few people that aren't so comfortable on Facebook, but the fact of the matter is that it's just such a huge platform. So I urge you to use it as best as you can. All right. And you want to be posting about your life, about what you're doing. This business is no different if you were starting, say, a hair salon, if you were starting to, a new business and you're a plumber, or you were starting a restaurant. What would you do? You would go and tell your friends and family what you're doing. Come down to the restaurant, eat at my restaurant, right? Come down, get your hair cut. Well, this business is no different. So when you're starting this business, you want to give yourself a plug about what you're doing, right? So get on social media, show what your life is about, right? Show what you're doing now. You'll be amazed at how you'll start to inspire people and get them intrigued in what you're doing. Be consistent with your social media. You definitely want to be posting every single day, right? In the beginning, absolutely every single day. Even now to this day, when you talk to Abby, myself, Nikki, we still post 3, 4, 5 times a day, right? Because we still want to get our reach out there to new people. Now, what you want to do is as soon as you join this business, you've done those first few key points, you want to plug into your sponsor, into your upline or your upline NMD, all right? So the reason for this is that, when somebody joins into this business, they probably don't have the vision, right? And they haven't got the idea in their head just yet of what's possible. What if? What can you actually do with this business? What could it actually create for you? So therefore, I knew when I first started, I was always plugging into Abby. I was like weekly coaching calls, plugging into Abby as much as I could because Abby had been doing it longer, right? Her vision had grown. She'd been there, done that. So I needed her to coach me through this because what you'll find is that people can easily come into this business and without reaching up to their upline, without getting some vision painted for them by an NMD or somebody like Nikki, right, like the leaders in this business, they can often just get left to the sharks, all right? People can easily possibly sway them the wrong way in this business. Now, we know that with key leadership, right, which we have for you guys, and especially through Zoom. It's so easy just to connect with your upline and have some great inspiration and guide you through and guide you how to do this business effectively. Because honestly, if you follow these steps, if you follow what we do, you will succeed. You definitely want to start with a launch event. So whether it be where you grab your upline, you invite a few of your friends, as many as you can, and do an online event, right? If you're in the UAE and you have a sponsor there who is strong, grab them and say, I want to do a launch event. So it might be at your house, it might be at a cafe, it might be at a restaurant. Either way, you definitely want to be doing a launch event for your business, showcasing the product, showcasing the business, showcasing the transformations and the results that people are getting. All right. Now, we do weekly opportunity calls, so you can easily plug people into them as well. All right. Now, one thing that I'm huge on is weekly team training. We do weekly team training here, plus there's extra team trainings with little teams that we have with Abby's team, my team, Nikki's team, right? You can easily plug in and watch your recording or jump on a live training session. It is very, very important that you keep plugged in. This business reminds me of like going to the gym. Everybody at the 1st of January wants to join the gym. I want to get fit. After 3 weeks, couldn't be bothered. They lose momentum. They lose track. They don't go to the gym. What happens? They fall off the bandwagon. You want to keep plugged in. You want to keep learning in this business. The best way, the easiest way is to jump on a team training. All right. Now, my last tip will be just be consistent. Every single day, do something positive towards your business, building your business every single day, right? Whether it be adding some new friends, reaching out to some new people, making an extra post at the end of the day about a great meal that you just cooked out of our new program, right? But every single day, you want to be doing something that's showcasing what you're doing in this business, what the product could be doing for you, sharing somebody's results, sharing. You might be a new team member and you've got your first customer and they're already experiencing some great results. Share that. People want to see that every single day. So if you follow those little tips in the beginning, you will succeed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hand it over to Abby, and she's going to pass on and she's going to carry on with an extra little bit of information for you guys. So I hope that has helped.
Thanks, Sunny. Awesome. Okay, guys, I'm just going to quickly share with you and talk to you a little bit about the program. Obviously, we've just launched today, the Juicy Life program. I just kind of want to go through why this is an important time to really utilize this time as we're starting to launch it, to bring some excitement, curiosity around what we're doing, because this is where literally you can get some customers and some teamies probably as well. I went out and printed it off today, so this looks beautiful when it's all nicely printed. So I've got the Juicy Life program here, and I showed it to my husband tonight and he's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So having a hard copy, I got one of these and the dessert one as well, and I've got I haven't got the other couple ones. I've got the laminated packages on here, which is what Juice Plus is as well. So guys, we've put a lot of time and effort and money and all of this stuff to make this amazing, and we're really, really excited to have launched this today. As you can see, and I know a lot of you are using the teasers and getting some real interest on social media at the moment, which is really awesome. So this is the time. Right now it's all about excitement. What you'll start seeing around what we're posting is really the excitement around launching the program. People get attracted to that, and what I'm seeing, some of you guys are doing such an amazing job on social media. I just said to Nikki, I've been watching the beautiful ladies out there doing these posts, and I'm attracted to it. I'm inspired by seeing these amazing posts. So I can only imagine, out there what people are thinking. Now, this is about being consistent, as Sunny said, because at the end of the day, what you want is the consistency of these posts. So even if you get a post and you might, put a post out there and there might be just 1 or 2 comments and maybe a few likes, don't get disheartened, because at the end of the day, the consistency is what you want. You keep putting it out there, people will notice. So what you want to utilize now is the excitement around the launch, okay, and hashtagging that, putting out little teasers. One of the things that we definitely going to be doing over here, and I encourage you guys to do as well, is start to look at what recipes are in the actual ebook and start making them. You know, making them, posting them on social media. Wow, I've just, you know, made a beautiful breakfast from our amazing program. This is one of the great breakfasts you can try on the program. These are the type of things people be like, wow, I want to know more about that. So definitely utilize that. One of the things that I did yesterday, and I definitely recommend this, is looking at what events that you could be doing around the program. So I got a few ladies together yesterday. I got about 6 or 7 ladies together, and we did a bit of a brainstorm for the month of May of what can we do every single week that's going to incorporate an event with the program. And the ladies, I mean, this is why I encourage, because there's some great, you know, you guys can get together and just start brainstorming some amazing ideas. Some of the things that came out, which I absolutely loved, one of them was doing an event around tasting, like tasting the program's recipes. I thought that was a great idea. And what the girls have decided is to do an evening of taste testing some of the recipes. So what they've done is inviting all their current customers. So every current customer will get to come along and invite 2 guests. Now, what I loved about what that we talked about is making this exclusive. Because if you think about this, if you say to your customer, look, this is an exclusive night where you get to taste some free samples of our amazing recipes, you can invite 2 guests. Please let me know who they are, because the seats are limited. Right? Yep, Nikki, degustation night. Now you're thinking, wine? No, not so much the wine. But you know what I mean? You can make it as fun as you want it to be. And I think what's great is what we found is the power of numbers. So if you got together, even if you got together with 2, 3, 4 of your team, each one of you make a dish for the night. You just have to make one and little samples. And what I'd even recommend is do a bit of a demo, maybe on 1 or 2 of like the desserts, like the raw dessert book that we've got. Some of them are super simple, or even like a snack or something like that, where you can actually showcase how to easily make the recipe then and there, and that can literally take 5 minutes. So the idea of the event is to make it exclusive, make it for your customers plus guests. And I recommended the girls to do that once a month, or even twice a month if it goes well. And you know, build on that, because I know that they'll get to taste it. They'll be able to see what the program is, have the books there so they can flick through it, and have the packages available of what they can, you know, order as well. So that's a great idea for that. And I think, you know, that would do really, really well in the UAE as well. There was other ones that they talked about, which is berries and business, which is kind of like an evening of, you know, doing berry face masks and talking about the business. Berries and business kind of play on that. Again, incorporating the program, you know, you can incorporate it in any event really. So the one thing I would definitely say is that the program is, you know, one of the, I was talking to one of my coaches this week, and he made a really valid point about the program. At the end of the day, the program is resources, right? It's a lot of amazing information on ebooks, it's guides, it's all of the things that you can have for an amazing transformation. But at the end of the day, the program really isn't the selling point. The actual results and transformation is what you want to share and what you want to sell for people. So really be aware of that when you're doing your posts and when you're talking to people, because at the end of the day, the program, people can get ebooks from anywhere, right? They can get free ebooks if they download things. So the value is there, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, we have to show that we are different, okay? We're not just another program, or we're just not another ebook. We want to showcase that this is about transformation. This is about absolutely transforming your lives and making a difference in your health. And I think that's going to be a really important part of this whole program as well. One of the other things that we are going to work on, and you know, you guys can be as creative as you want with this, but I really love the idea of doing something like an 8-week challenge, or like a 6-week challenge, whatever you want to do. But I'm now going to focus on that. That's going to be my next thing that I want to put together, is an 8-week challenge. Now, this can be incorporating, like, group that you can put together of people that actually want to do a time frame on it. And it might be, you know, weighing yourself at the beginning or doing some measurements and things like that for the 8 weeks. If people actually want to get results, you know, it might be a matter of just making that accountable for people as well. So, you know, that's another angle that you could take. You know, you could hook together with a PT that might be interested in being part of this. And one of the things that I would love to do is offer like a free PT or Pilates session once or twice a week as a free addition to the program over the 8 weeks. So that might be another thing to think about as well, is having, just for those 8 weeks, having the challenge of, you know, a get together every week, maybe even twice a week, where you all do exercise together, you know. And it could, you might not even need to have a PT. You could just make sure that you go for a walk together or do something active where you all meet together. And that's another way that you can draw people in. Imagine if you said, you know, if we meet here once a week or twice a week, bring a friend along and they can do the exercise with us, and afterwards you can talk about the program and about the 8-week challenge. So all these type of things is, you know, ways just to get people interested, bring up the curiosity around what you're doing. Because even for social media, you imagine, you know, 10 of you getting together in a group and going walking together, and you're on the 8-week challenge of the Juicy Life program, you know, and you're putting that everywhere. People want to know, oh, I want to be part of that, you know. So these are just some ideas that, you know, be creative around what this program can actually do for people. So yeah, that's it for me. I'm going to pass you on now to Nikki. Nikki, you wanted to talk about a couple of things, and then we might open it up for Q&A as well.
Thank you. Thanks, Abby. Thanks, Sunny. Great tips there. I just wanted to, you know, touch on a few things about closing. I mean, I was lucky enough to have a really quick 15-minute chat with Simon Mitchell a couple of months ago, and he really opened my eyes to really digging deeper and, you know, being the master asker. I think sometimes, you know, when someone shows interest in the product, you go, oh, wow, you know, someone wants to buy the capsules, and you tell them all about the capsules, but you get so caught up in telling them what the capsules are, you forget to ask why they want them. You know, is there a particular reason? Do they have an existing health condition? Like, all these questions we could be asking. And I'll go back to my, you know, onion analogy. When you treat people like an onion, you peel away the layers. Because it's when we find out these questions, we can say, oh, wow, you know, how would you feel to have, you know, a solution for these, you know, symptoms that you're experiencing? How long have you been experiencing these? And then to try and give them a solution without, you know, jumping in straight away to tell them what they should be having without finding out what it is really that they need. So I always find that, and in Italy we have this quite a lot because we have more products. I really tried to find out what the specific need is before even recommending a product. So it's great that we have packages, but what I like to say is that we will design a package specifically for you, and it makes people feel a bit more special as well. So just things on you girls are doing, and not just you girls, sorry, there's Lamar on the call as well. Great, so good at, you know, generating a lot of interest, a lot of comments on social media, but it's about also having the confidence and the belief in the product to say, all right, let's get started. You know, what other information do you need for me to make an educated decision to jump onto the product or to join the business? It's about being those, you know, those direct questions and having that confidence in really saying, I was the same at the start. I would have someone show interest. They go, oh, I'll think about it. And I go, oh, okay, cool. And then I wouldn't ever go back to them because I was afraid to follow up on them. And the fortune is always in the follow-up. You know, John Holowati says it, you know, it really is. Sometimes I've had customers that bought from me months after, you know, them approaching me about the product. And it goes back to what Sunny says, be consistent. If you're consistently posting stuff about, you know, not constantly flooding your social media about buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, because it gets boring. But if you're consistently living in the values, sharing, you know, information about the product, not overloading people, but keeping it exciting and curious, people will get drawn to you. But it's really about just saying, you know, what is it that you need? How can I help you? finding out what their pain point is and then giving them a solution. And you will find that some people, that they may just want to have a whinge about their situation and not want to do anything about it, and that's totally fine. It might not be for them right now. They may approach you again in a month or 2 months' time. Don't get disheartened by that, because it really is a numbers game. Go for no. We have a saying in Juice Plus to go for no, and which means if someone says no to you, don't worry about it. Brush it off. Brush it off your back and just go on to the next person, because there are so many people, and especially in the UAE, that desperately need this product. So guys, just really focus on digging deep, finding out what it is that they need, and just following up, and sometimes when you're following up with someone, I wouldn't even say, hey, how are you? Have you decided about the product? Blah, blah, blah. Just be their friend, ask them how they are, get to know them a bit. And then when they start to trust you, they'll be more open to them, becoming on board as a customer. Nikki okay. That is, we are here to attract and inspire, not chase and convince. I always find that there's been times when I've really, insisted on maybe, people joining the team or buying the product, and at the end of the day, it's kind of not worked out in my favor. So I always find that if you want to attract the right sorts of people, you will attract them. This is where having the positive affirmations and writing down, what you want in your business and being, clear. This will be part of your DMO. This is what I do every day. I write down the kind of customers I want. I write down the kind of team that I want. And if you really believe that, you will attract that.
Yeah. Awesome. Guys, if you have got any questions, please write it in the chat, or if you want to come off mute to ask any questions, please do. Just on what Nikki has just said there as well, one of the things that I think will be great as a closing at the moment, now that we've got the program, is the fact that we do have the program now, because it offers so much more extra value for people. So knowing that if they are a customer, they get all of this program, this package as free, basically, as a customer, I think you're going to find that people will be more likely to order something because of what they're getting and the value that they're getting. And what we're going to do, because I don't know if you've seen that, but we've got the packages that are listed here in Australia, different ones. We're going to get this done up for the UAE as well. Just bear with us a couple of days. I'm just getting one of our girls to do that up for us. So that will be packages that you guys will have specifically for you. One of the packages we're calling Customize Your Package. That's a really good one. Now, with that, if people ask you, what is that all about? Like, how can I customize your package? What I would be then asking them is, if none of these other ones suit you and suit your budget, what amount could you invest in your own health every single month to make a difference? What amount can you do? And if you put it on them and you ask them that question, however way you want to ask it, but ask them what are they willing to invest in their health. What you're going to do then is you're going to be able to suit something for them. So say it is, a smaller amount, you can start them maybe just on the berries, or you can just start them on the complete. Whatever it's going to be, just get them started, and that's what we really want when it's saying customize your package. We just want to get them on a product, because we know even if they just start on the berries, if that's all they can do for now, and they start seeing results, plus they're getting all this value as well, and they're starting to notice the difference in their health, they're going to order more. They're going to refer to people. So they're always at least going to be a customer of yours. So I would definitely recommend, if they can't do any of those packages, ask them the question of what can they do. Okay. Honey, did you want to add anything to that in regards to closing on orders?
I think just be very confident with what you do. If you know you're going to go to a meeting and you're going to set the intention that, I'd love to have this person on my team. Make sure you set the meeting up where you got Wi-Fi, where you can literally go onto the middleeast.com website and put the order through and get them part of the team straight away. Right? It's really as simple as that. You've got to come through with that sort of conviction and authority, and be that person of authority to say, yep, what are you going to do? Like, what is, I often use the words like, okay, you've seen everything, you've seen the program, you've seen what we're about. when would you like to join the team? All right. How about when would you like to get on the capsules? When would you like to try the complete? And I really just put it to them like that, because when you come through that authority and that confidence, they're going to have that confidence in you that, you know what, this person's really speaking truth, and that, wow, it's really, you know, it's the real deal. So I just come through with that confidence all the time. You know, I think it's very, very important. If you're there umming and ahhing a little bit and stuttering, and that only comes with repetition. You know, the more you do it 10 times. By the 10th time, you're just going to be so confident in what you do. So you just got to get there and keep doing it. But closing, yeah, just come through with that confidence.
I love that, Sunny. And one of the other things that I use sometimes, and I heard this a while ago, and I think it's something that you guys could use as well, is if someone's unsure and they're really umming and ahhing and not actually committing to anything right then and there, and you've done all of your spiel and you're talking to them, but you still can't get them over the line, I should ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you sit in ordering Juice Plus? Like, how are you a 5? Yeah, you're a maybe. You know, where do you sit 0 to 10? And if someone says, look, I'm probably about a 7 at the moment, I'm just still not sure if this is for me, what you want to ask them is, what would you need to know to get you to a 10? Like, how can I help you to get you to a 10? And some people may say, look, actually, it's just cost right now. And so therefore you're finding out what is it? Because that's probably the biggest thing, is finding out why they're not making that commitment, because it could be anything. But I find if you were able to give them a bit of a scale to 0 to 10, you know, where do you sit 0 to 10 at the moment? And then, you know, someone might be a 2 and they'll say, look, it's a 2 and I don't think I'm going to do this. That's completely fine, because you know that they're at the bottom scale. But if they're sitting 7 to 8, you know that they're just about there. So ask the question, what is it? What is it that you can help with to get them to that 10? And I find that sometimes really good to kind of close on that. Yeah.
Perfect.
Nikki, go for it.
Yeah, can I just ask the girls, if you want to put in the chat or come off mute, what are some of the questions or the responses, more like, that you're getting from the people? Like, you've all done a lot of events, so I would love to know, what have some of the responses been from the people at the events regarding the product and business, when you've asked them what they think and stuff like that?
Okay, so me and Anam, we did the event in Tumbe Hospital, and we found out that the crowd over there was mainly there for free goodie bags and tastings. So they would ask about the product, and we would give them the information there was about it, and they would take my cards and my flyers for further contact. But then they would really want a taste of it, and you know. But the thing with what I have felt right now is that they don't get back to you, or they ignore you once you follow up with them.
I feel the same. Mariah is saying this, like what Mariah is saying. I feel the same, because a lot of people, they just they will ask you all the details, and I have given them all the details and in any best possible way I can. But then they end up just ignoring or not responding back.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Can you
They seem interested. They show themselves as if they're interested, but then I don't know, they just disappear.
And can you screenshot some of the conversations that you're having and send them through to me, just so I can see? Is that okay? And then I can have a look and see if there's any way that I can help with some of the questions and stuff and responses.
Sure, I'll send you here or on your
on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, sure, I'll send. Yeah.
I think also when you guys are doing events, try and see if you can connect with them on Facebook there and then, because once they go away, the likelihood of them doing that is, I don't know, if you may lose that, you know, that window of opportunity. Because if they're connected with you on Facebook there and then, they can see your profile, they can see the kind of stuff you're doing, and that's the sort of stuff that people start to follow you, you know. And it's really, 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 really great to kind of get that kind of following and momentum happening.
Yeah, I definitely would agree with that. Get them to start following you, because, you know, sometimes people aren't going to go, yes, I'm going to order right then and there. You know, a lot of people, it says, you know, sometimes people take about 7 exposures to the product or the business to actually come on board. So it's just being that little bit consistent and almost patient to just have them plugged in. And when it's the right time, it will be the right time. And it might not be then and there. Now, with stalls and things like that, that is the one thing that might be the case. I often find with stalls, it's about more giving information and, you know, showing what this is all about and just building a relationship. Often I find you don't tend to get lots and lots of customers straight away from stalls. You know, that's just my experience, and I know that a lot of the team have done stalls before, get a bit frustrated because they don't actually get the sign-ups right then and there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So don't be disheartened in that, because that's actually across the board. It actually is one thing about stalls. I do once a year, I do it at my school fair. And even then I'll get a list of names. I'll make sure that I connect with everyone, get them on Facebook. I never normally get a sale. I think in 5 years of doing it, I don't think I've got one person sign on right then and there, but I've had a lot of follow-ons. So I've had a lot of people that have followed me or even taken a couple of months and gone, actually, now I'm ready. So just use it as a way of connecting. I think that would be a great way. And utilize the smaller events, you know, utilizing the ones that I've just talked about with the program and, you know, offering, and, you know, it's a great one. You said people love free stuff there, right? Taste testings. This is a great opportunity,
Yes.
you know, to be at home and get, you know, 5 to 10 people around for free taste testings of the program. So that might be a better avenue to go down, I would say.
To do something at home, maybe you know, call some people at home.
Yeah, absolutely.
And keep it duplicatable. Like the success that the Aussie team have is they do events weekly, and they're simple and duplicatable, and they're ones that people, you know, can bring other people along to the following week, and they're consistent. Abby made a really good point with me a while ago, and it's always stuck in my mind. You know, sometimes when someone says yes to the business straight away and they sign up on the spot without really doing their research, sometimes that cannot always be a good thing, because so don't be disheartened if someone wants to go away and think about it, because doing their research, it's good. They're learning about what they're getting themselves in for, and then they're going to be more prepared and more, you know, the ones that have done the research are usually the best franchisees or the best customers, because they really want to be there.
That's true.
Yeah.
Dara has just said, I've had people asking for trials, hesitant about signing for a 4-month package straight up. Look, I understand that. And, you know, we keep going back to the same point. This is new in the UAE. But what I will say is the stuff you guys are doing on social media, the testimonials, the secret groups with the, you know, that you're going to be creating and sharing your before and after pictures, that is going to be the gold. And it comes down to also maybe asking some questions about, how do you feel about, you know, if people are obese and overweight, how do you feel about having the, you know, the potential of having diabetes in the future? How do you feel about, you know, it's not a bit of scare tactics wouldn't hurt sometimes, because you guys are in a major health epidemic. And Adam, this is where you're a doctor. You can really, you know, hone in on this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
How do you feel that this generation could be the generation that doesn't outlive their, you know, their children outlive their parents or whatever? It's like, you know, cancer. You know, 1 in 3 are getting cancer. These are real statistics, and these are statistics that we can use in our favour with the products that you have and the kind of health epidemic that is in the UAE. So, and also asking about Sorry, I was finished one thing. Sorry, Sunny. Swapping what are people having in their weekly shop that they could swap? Are they having lots of coffees? Are they drinking lots of sugary drinks, energy drinks? Are they eating lots of chocolates, crisps, junk food and stuff? Could they eliminate something in their weekly shop to incorporate the capsules and the complete, which is 19 dirhams a day? If they can't do both, could they do 9, or could they do 8? So could they do 11? So I'm pretty sure if you did it like that, see if they can do a swap with something and see if they can incorporate the product. Sorry, Sunny.
Oh, yeah. No, I was just saying about the trial. It's funny that how I normally word it, it's what's worked for me is that as soon as somebody says, oh, can I just trial it for a week or something? I say, yeah, you can trial it, but it works on a full blood cycle, which is a 120-day period. So your trial is for 4 months. Trial it, see how you go, see what the results you get. We know scientifically it will work on you. It's not a fact of, I'll just try it like every other supplement and see if it's going to work. We know it'll work because scientifically we have the data to show what it can do after 7, 14, 28 days, 4 months, right? So there's your trial. Trial it and then see what results you get. And that's personally how I'm not saying you have to do that. That's just how I word it. It seems to work.
That's a good one, Sunny.
Yeah, you're right.
Penny drops.
You're right. Because a lot of people, even at the stall at Thumbe Hospital, they wanted samples of capsules, and they just like wanted 2 to 3 capsules at one time. And I said, it's not going to be effective. There's no point in just having 2 to 3 capsules. So that is one thing that people here, they want samples of capsules, and that's really pointless.
Yeah.
People got to understand, it's not a quick fix. It's not a drug. It's a natural healing whole food supplement. So, and those things do take time in the body.
And I honestly, I feel that it's very much down to the words that come out of your mouth, because like you just said, Nikki, you can say, look, it's not a quick fix, but guess what? People have had amazing results after 1 week. Is that a quick amount of time after 20 years of unhealthiness? Absolutely. So you can have quick results, right? It's not a quick fix, but you can get amazing, very fast results with this, right?
That's true. That's really true, because I had a massive reduction in my dark circles just after like 2 weeks after I started. That really helped. It's just been 2 weeks. And you're right, Nikki's right about the testimonials. Once I put the testimonials about my caffeine cravings, those stopped, and my dark circles reduction, when I put them down, then I had a lot of people asking. They inboxed me on Facebook, and they seemed serious and everything. So the testimonial thing, it actually works. You're right.
It'd be great for you, Mariah. This would be great for you. You put the kids to bed, right? Everybody's quiet. You get on Zoom, you get on here, you push record, and it's a 30-second clip. Mariah, this is my story. This is what's happened to me, X, Y, and Z. Bang. You can be an inspiration for literally hundreds of thousands in your community there in the UAE and worldwide. Because I know for a fact, as soon as you do that video, I'll be using your testimonial because it's amazing.
Yes, I'm Sunny. Sunny. I'm going to be doing that soon. Yeah. It's Sunny.
Tony.
Zara, I think this should be good for you as well, honey, because you have a really, really strong testimonial on the product. So keep it short.
For everyone, all the girls.
Everyone. Less than a minute, and keep it short and sweet. And I think this is something that's going to be really, really powerful for you guys.
Me and Anam, we're going to do a video too. We're going to post one soon, and hopefully we're going to be doing it more often.
Good. We want to use them.
And
we're thinking of videos because people watch videos these days.
Yeah.
Zara and Javier are actually making a Ramadan cookbook.
Oh, really?
Abs, did you know that?
Amazing.
Zara
No.
Oh, that's amazing. I did another, I was actually looking for mums online who would contribute to healthy meals in Ramadan, and I was compiling an ebook myself. I just posted it today. I did not know Zara was doing that too.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Ladies as well, I have been asked to do a pregnancy call as well, a Zoom pregnancy call that I probably want to try and do before I come over to Dubai, maybe in the next week or so. So would you have anyone that would like to hop onto that call? It will be for any women that are looking to fall pregnant or are currently pregnant, so on pregnancy. I'm going to do that one. So I'll let you know. Cool. Now, any other questions? The only other thing that we probably just wanted to mention is Sunny, myself, and Jono will be over, 2 weeks today, I think. Is that right? 2 weeks today. So we've just, Sunny and I are going to talk on Friday about putting some events together for the team. So please let us know if there's anything in particular that you guys want, or, anything that you recommend that we do. Just let us know, because we want to do stuff for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. And it'll be about you girls bringing people to us. You bring them to us, we can hold little mini events. We can set up shop at a nice cafe where you girls will recommend. I'll be there to help you girls as well. So it'll be cool.
That's going to be great. When are you guys coming? 2 weeks from now, right?
Yeah.
the 18th,
So we
the morning of
18th.
the 18th, we'll be flying.
18th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. That's really amazing.
Exciting. Can't
Okay.
wait.
Yeah, bring on the heat.
I know it's gonna be hot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it's really hot here.
Oh dear.
All right,
Can't
girls.
wait
Well, look,
to see you guys.
I'm going to go get some sleep, girls. So, we're still recording. There we go. Everybody
Hang
watching
on,
the recording,
sorry.
I'm going to bed because it's midnight in Australia. Boom,
Hang on.
boom.
Good night.